Forest fans, Max Newton here on Talk Forest TV, giving you a quick review of Nottingham Forest win after extra time and penalties against Ipswich Town in the FA Cup, through to the sixth round, through to the quarterfinals, and one step from Wembley. Obviously, both sides fielded changed teams, not as many changes as in the previous round, but still, we had a midfield three and a back two that isn't our usual, I think, in particular, and obviously Tyro up front. So Sangare, Danilo, and Yates in midfield. I said before the start of the game to my brother that I think it's just lacking creativity. Normally, if Morgan Gibbs-White was unavailable for any reason, then Elliot Anderson would play in Morgan Gibbs-White position, and then probably Danilo or Sangare would come into the back two, sort of the pivot two. So I wasn't quite sure which of those three players would be playing further forward and which one would be expected to create. And to be honest, it was difficult to see which one was doing that, because we didn't create very much until they scored. Really, I think the first off was quite flat. I think we didn't press them very well. I think we sat off them too much, and we conceded possession too much to a side who were third from bottom in the Premier League, as though they were like Arsenal or Man City or something. And we didn't need to. We don't need to play like that against Ipswich at home in the Cup. And once we started to press them, and once we moved about 10 yards further up the pitch, Ipswich, they had mistakes in them from the goalkeeper and defenders, and they struggled to get out. And once Ipswich scored, which was a bit of a poor goal to concede, really, a man completely unmarked at the back post and headed it down and through Matt Sell's legs. So it was poor defending, sleeping really for that corner. Whereas all our corners had looked dangerous. I thought we started the game quite well, and looked dangerous, but the first half was quite forgettable. Second half, again, quite forgettable until they scored, and then we started to play more on the front foot. Obviously, Morgan Gibbs-White and Elliot Anderson came on, and again, like in the last round at Exeter, the difference in quality that Morgan Gibbs-White and Elliot Anderson bring to the side compared to the players that they've replaced is massive. And also, I think they make the players around them better players as well. So I thought Ryan Yates wasn't great in the first half, and I'm a big Yates fan, but I think in the second half Ryan Yates was absolutely superb. And I think once Morgan Gibbs-White and Elliot Anderson were on, and he knew what he was doing, and from that point on, Forest just poured forward. I think Alanga put in 20 crosses, and Forest put in 40 odd crosses in the match, which is a huge number, and a lovely peach of a cross for Ryan Yates to score from. And then another cross, I think Alanga as well, for Ryan Yates to score what looked like the winner, but was ruled out correctly but tightly for offside. And the Forest just got. I thought we got better and better, to be honest. And there was only one team that you thought would get the win. Callum Hudson-Odoi hit the bar. Murillo forced their keeper into a great save. Was putting a lot of pressure, albeit maybe not forcing the keeper into many saves. I thought it was interesting that Callum Hudson-Odoi and Anthony Alanga seemed to switch wings 2 or 3 times throughout the match. So like Callum Hudson-Odoi playing on the right wing, not the left, where he likes to, as we've seen so many times, get down the wing and cut in. But I thought they both had really good games. I thought Ryan Yates was excellent from when Ipswich scored onwards. Real captain's performance to drag us back into the game. Who else did I think played well? I thought Morgan Gibbs-White was brilliant when Morgan Gibbs-White came on and really showed the different level that he's playing at right now. But it wasn't to be to get the winner, and it went to penalties. And lovely to see penalties at our end. Although the only time we've lost, Forest have had 13 penalty shootouts ever, and we've won 12 of them. And the only one we've lost was against Newcastle earlier on the season in front of our Trent end. So we had the Trent end. and all of Forest penalties were absolutely superb. Chris Woods banged his in, and the others all found the side netting, the inside side netting. Nico Williams went top left again. Callum Hudson-Odoi whipped it in. Matt Sells was reading his water bottle for which way to go, and then diving the opposite direction to just about every kick, I think, until the final one, which in a good save. It wasn't the best penalty, but it was a good save. And happy days. Forest into the next round. Made the last train home. So it's very, very late, and I'm going to go to bed. And what I'm hoping for is that we get the Forest Brighton game is the one that's on like 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, so we can go and make a weekend of it in Brighton, and I can take the boys. So come on, TV bosses, do your thing. Don't select us, or select us for Saturday afternoon, and we can all go down on Friday night and stay over for a couple of nights and have a great old time in Brighton. Come on, you Reds.